What's going on, guys? JSkeleton here with a brand new video for you guys. Today some more Black Ops 3 action. We are jumping right into it. Today there was Black Ops 3 little kind of friendly tournament, US All-Stars versus Europe All-Stars, EU All-Stars. And we've seen 4 brand new maps. They also showed us some Redwood gameplay, but I'm not going to show you guys that in this video. But we're going to take you through all 4 maps, gameplay from all 4. The first one that you are seeing right now off the top of this video is a brand new map called Metro. Now, if it looks similar to you guys, it personally reminds me of Express from Black Ops 2. All 4 of these maps, I'm going to tell you guys what they remind me of from Black Ops 2. Obviously, they are their own maps, right? They're not remakes. They're not you know, necessarily very similar. They're completely brand new maps. I'm just saying, when I seen them, they kind of remind me of certain maps from Black Ops 2. You know, so just you know, putting that out there, keep that in mind. All right, so this one here is Metro, and like I said, it reminds me of Express from Black Ops 2. It's kind of like a metro station, if you will. And it looks sweet, man. I'm super stoked for it. I cannot wait, man. There was just so much crazy gameplay today, and all the both teams were just playing phenomenally, man. It was sick. But yeah, so there's 4 brand new maps, and there's a lot to look forward to. So let's keep going. That's that one there, like I said, is Metro. And we're going to take a look at one called Breach. Alright, so now Breach is kind of looks like a Middle Eastern map, if you will. Personally, if I was to say it reminds me of a map, like I said, these are just, if I have to say it reminds me of a map kind of deal, you know what I mean? If I had to say it reminds me of a certain map from Black Ops 2, I would say it kind of reminds me of the DLC map Mirage, if you guys remember that one. It's kind of, you know, like another kind of like Middle Eastern map where, you know, there's kind of Middle Eastern structures and things like that, if you will. But yeah, so, I mean, that's just me, man. You know, so this one here looks pretty cool also. Treyarch makes amazing maps. Like, it's just what they do, man. They make probably the best maps in any PvP, at least FPS PvP, in my opinion. You know, and it's really cool to see how they kind of, you know, implemented the new movement system and how they kind of worked around that without kind of making it look, you know, weird. So the maps still look very smooth and they seem to flow properly. You know, they seem to work very well with the new movement system. It looks, you know, if it looks and feels like a Treyarch game, even more so than the maps, you know, we've already played. It, you know, kind of extends on that. You know, it still looks a lot like Black Ops 2 in a good way, but fresh, obviously. So it's Black Ops 3, obviously, but it has that classic Black Ops feel to it, and that's what we've come to love, man. So, you know, I'm super stoked. So Breach was the other one. Like I said, I'm showing you guys gameplay straight from the stream today. I recorded it using OBS. But we're going to move on. There is a brand new map, the third one they showed. Well, technically the third one was Redwood. Well, like I said, I'm not going to show you guys that since I've already showed you gameplay of that in another video. You guys already know what it looks like. I'm just going to cover the brand new map. So this next one is called Exodus. Alright, and I'm going to give you guys a couple seconds before I tell you which one it kind of reminds me of. Like I said, this is just my kind of spin. I figured I would say, you know what, if I had to choose a map from Black Ops 2 that these new maps reminded me of, you know, most similarly to, then you know, it's just kind of that kind of thing. Now, again, it's not in a bad way because in my opinion anyways, every single Black Ops 2 map was amazing. So the fact that some of these maps remind me personally of some of the Black Ops 2 maps, I think that's a very good thing. Now, this map, personally, to me, reminds me of Overflow from Black Ops 2. If you guys remember Overflow, it kind of has that, you know, it sort of looks Middle Eastern also, but it looks more like well, I don't know if Middle Eastern is the right word, but more of like a city, kind of like, you know, a lot of like, you know, broken down buildings and businesses and you know, kind of like a business district somewhere in like India or the Middle East or something like that. I don't know. I'm really bad with locations and things like that. So if my geographic, you know, kind of analysis, if you will, is horrible, then I do apologize for that. But it looks like a really fun map. All these maps look like a ton of fun. The colors are very rich, like every Treyarch game, which I love, man. I really love the way these maps are looking. They look very smooth, you know. They look very, you know, very well thought and planned out, in my opinion, all right? So we got one more, all right? So there was Metro, Breach. That one is Exodus. We got one more to show you guys in this video. And this final one is called Havoc. And it looks like, again, you know, I feel like I'm just repeating myself, but it looks a little bit like, you know, another kind of Middle Eastern style, kind of a Sahara desert, whatever. I don't know how to explain myself geographically. All right, I'm bad at this kind of thing. All right, I talk video games, not geography. So no, but Havoc, in my opinion, in a good, like, I feel like it's influenced. Like maybe influence is the better word I should have been using. Okay. I feel like maybe it's influence, or personally reminds me sort of like Turbine from Black Ops 2. Here's the catch, though. In Black Ops 2, there was a very, very, very small amount of maps I wasn't a huge fan of. I loved all the maps, but there were certain maps that I enjoyed less than others. Turbine was one of them. This reminds me in ways of Turbine, but like it's improved, right? It seems like there's more indoor areas. But it kind of has that same kind of structure, that same kind of vibe, if you will. I don't know. Again, you know, I might sound like a lunatic to you guys for all I know, man. I'm just saying what it kind of reminds me of. Like you could see, there are, you know, they've kind of implemented different things like the wall running in these maps, and there's sections, you know, with water where you could swim. And it's not like it's just these things are thrown in there randomly. They're really well thought out and planned out. And I don't know, man. It's just, it looks really cool. I'm a huge fan of all of these maps, personally. One other thing to also note before we close out this video, Vaughn, which is David Vondahar, on Twitter, he said, switching to fists does not actually make you run faster. So a lot of people do that and they think it makes them run faster. Maybe in previous games did. I don't know. Maybe it's a psychological thing. Who knows? But in Black Ops 3, he said it does not actually make you run faster. So I guess there's no real point to actually switching to another gun. At least in Black Ops 3. Maybe in other games, but Black Ops 3, it does not help you run faster. So, I mean, that's just a quick thing to note on top of, you know, showing you guys all these brand new maps. So, again, very quick rundown. Metro reminds me of Express. A lot of people loved Express. You got Breach. Reminds me a little bit of Mirage, and this is just style-wise, okay? I don't mean that they look like, you know, these are like remade maps or something, or like they're, you know, reused maps or anything. That's not my implication whatsoever. I'm just saying style-wise, all right? Which it's not a bad thing. Exodus, style-wise, reminds me of Overflow. And Havoc reminds me a little bit of Turbine, but obviously a lot better. But again, like I said, style-wise, I can't stress that enough. I'm not at all implying that I think they, you know, reused ideas or reused maps or anything like that. These are brand new maps. They're completely fresh. They in no way, you know, look like they've you know, anything we've played. But again, I just mean style-wise, these maps kind of remind me of certain maps in a very good way. So hopefully that all makes sense for you guys. Hopefully you guys are stoked. Black Ops 3 is super close. We're like, what, 8 days away or something? I've been doing the road to Black Ops 3, so make sure you guys check out those videos on my channel as well. There's a lot of hype. We've seen about, what, 8 maps right now? Typically, Black Ops 2, I think, launched with 14 or 15 maps. If you include Nuketown, I think it was 15. So there's at least, I would say, at least, you know, given on that estimate, maybe like 5 or 6 maps we haven't seen yet. Between 4 and 6 maps that we're probably they're probably saving as a surprise for launch. So I'm super stoked, man. These maps look phenomenal. I cannot wait to be playing multiplayer, campaign, zombies, and everything else in Black Ops 3. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about these brand new Black Ops 3 maps, and what you guys think. Are you guys super hyped? Because I know I am, and I cannot wait for November 6th. When Black Ops 3 drops next Friday, boys. Get hyped, get ready. We're going to wreck it online, and you know we got a lot of Black Ops 3 content coming for you guys. So, Make sure you guys smack the like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the comment, share all the awesome stuff. I will catch you guys in the next video. And like always, until then, game on. Darkness.